All right. Hello. Welcome. This is Lucy the Bold. We are in Enshrouded. So this evening, we're going to do a couple things. First off, we're going to be outside here where my farm is located at, and we're going to build a windmill. Um, it's a fun little project. Can be a little tedious at times, but I do enjoy having them. I've got one now on almost every one of my character's worlds has one now. And then after we do that, um, my spouse's winter water contest build, I'm going to be helping her with doing some decorating. So sit back and enjoy. I do have chat on. I also have call-ins turned on, so you can call me if you want to. You know, we can chat. I don't mind. Um, okay, so I hope you're all seeing this, but this has been an issue of mine. Animals on the roof. I don't know how they do it. I don't even understand how they get up there. You know, um, doesn't make any sense to me. As far as I know, yaks can't climb ladders, and armadillos should be able to jump up onto buildings. I don't think I can push him over the side. And how did you get up? Well, goodness sakes, I got a lot of people up here. You know, I even have stuff blocking the entryway to get up here. So that's one of the things that's crazy about this. I don't know how they do it, but somehow they manage. And he managed doing it very well. So, yaks climbing ladders, armadillos walking on the roofs, birds and goats in the attic. The wonderful world. Okay, so I think we're going to use this area here, and the first thing I need to do is kind of clear it up a little bit. Okay, that should be good. And then, okay, yep, there it is. And I got that as well. Okay. Get the old hammer out. The first thing is we need to make the ground somewhat level. Snapping off, yes. Alright, so we're going to leave this one here for right now. And then what I've been doing is I find the center, okay? And one of the easiest ways to find the center is to do this. Okay, and then so this is going to be my center right here. Now, since this is not exactly squared, in what I mean by that is that I can't just drop one halfway in between here. Okay, so what I'll do is, since I know that I want it to be on this, why is it so darn far away from me? So what I'll do is I'll put it here, okay, and then I'm going to take it up by 3. So that's roughly about how high we're going to go. All right. Now, we got to rotate it. All right, so this is going to roughly be our base. Get rid of these. All right, and then we're going to need some platforms. And we're going to be starting at the top. So we'll put a platform here. Make a little work platform to go all the way around. All right. And then take that off. And don't need that for a little while. Don't need that for a little while. Those are like last things that we're going to use. All right. So the materials that we're going to be using tonight is, of course, the small windmill cell, and there's not a large one as far as I know of. There's just a small one. I got bamboo fence pole. That's going to be our leg supports. Okay. And then the capybara feeders. The reason why I picked them out is because when they're tilted up onto their sides, they look like gear cogs. You know, and the windmill blade would turn a spindle, you know, that would go down and turn the pump. Okay, I'm using the simple wooden poles. All right, one of them will be for the hand pump of the well, and then I might use them for the shaft of the body that goes from the windmill cells to the tail. Okay. There's also a possibility I might use the signpost. I've done one with the signpost as well. So, yep, that's pretty much what we're going to do. So we got this, right? And then we're going to put this right here on the top. All right. And if you wanted to, at this point, then what you would do is you take one of these, okay, and we're going to flip it over. Let's see here. Oh, actually, we want to leave this one the way it is. Yeah, I gotta put something up here on the... Really? There we go. first person mode. Alright, so that one's going to go down to there. Okay, and then the next one, we are going to rotate it. Alright, 90 degrees. And then we are going to bring it up roughly to about there. Yep, that looks really good. Alright, now if you use this thing, okay, makes a pretty decent looking shaft. And what you do is you lay it on its side so it's at a 90-degree angle. Okay, and then you want it to go through the center right there. Like so. Okay, now I put the fin that would blow it, I put that on the longest part of it. Okay, which is going to be this area right here. Alright, to do this, alright, and you can use different materials. You know, you could use the prison fence postings to do this. I just happen to like the look of the wood. Alright, we're going to rotate this 90 degrees, roughly. Alright, and then same thing, we're going to take that right into the center. So, alright, so now, you know, when the wind blows it, that's what would turn the windmill around so it's facing the wind. Alright, and then the blades would go here, but before we put the blade on, okay, we need to make our next pedestal. So we're going to go 1, alright, that's going to be the support for our bamboo poles. Okay. All right. And then we're going to put this on. And this pretty much will just line up. Like so. As you can see, it's on there. Okay. Now we're going to remove that platform. Alright, and then we're going to go around the outside this way. Okay, now this is where it starts getting to be a little trickier. So, using these bamboo poles, what you want to do is you want to invert them first off. Alright, so we're going to turn it. Goes all the way down. Okay, and we need to have it at a little bit of an angle. So the T should be like 2 clicks, which is where it's at right now, and then G would be 1, 2. And I'm going to give it one more click, like so. Now, what I recommend doing is going down below now and taking this one down all the way to the ground. Alright. And this can be really difficult. This is probably the hardest part of doing this. Alright, I've got to get... Oh man, if I get rid of that though. It's actually about right where I want it at. Now this should... It did not remember it. Shoot. That's where it becomes even harder now. Alright. To there. Alright, then I'm... Stop crouching. Get up here. G. 2, 1, 2. So that is lined up now. Alright, we're going to leave it like that for the moment. And then this one up, lines up there. Okay, now we're going to go up. We're going to put this pole in. Alright. So it's going to be 2, 2, 3. I'm going to take that off of there. Put it back on after I'm done. Oh, that's right. This one's upside down. Kind of tilt it. No, right there. That should be good. Yes, it is. Okay. Perfect. And then this one. That. All right. Okay, so T, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that looks good. Right, like that. And bring it up from the ground. There we go. You. Wait, we need to swing T. And G needs to come out. Nope. That is too short. All right. That looks good. I've had this happen before, and what I end up doing is I have to take this and make a little block. Stick a block there. That way it will go on the way it's supposed to. Then the problem is we gotta get it all lined up again. All right, that's good. this. Okay. And then what we can do is, you can also, if you don't like it, you can sit there and pull these off and redo them. Put it up there towards the top. Wing it so it lines up. Right, looks like we're going to have to put a block behind this one. G2. There's nothing wrong with having to rebuild these things. All right, now back to the hammer. Go down to here, go over to this one. Then what you want to do is put this one roughly about where those things are at. I like to hang over by one block all the way around. Okay, so that looks really good. All right, so now too high. Alright, so we've got our center hole. We're going to use these. So, okay, and then we're going to get the hammer out again. Get rid of that. Okay, and then this one's going to come right in through. The bottom like that. Let's put our blade back up there. Okay. Got one more block to take care of. Alright, that block. And then that block. Get rid of that. Alright. So you have to now decide where you want, and we need to make this a little bit bigger. Now we're going to make the front part of it area that's going to have the water. Alright, so we're going to use that. And then what I want to do is remove this. Roughly about there. Okay, we're going to use this big block here. To make that hole nice and deep. Alright, now we need our floor drain, our bucket, and this. Okay. And then you may have to put a couple of these down at first. Depends. Sometimes I get lucky and this will go right on it. And other times I have to move it. Like that. And then this is going to be our handle for cranking the pump, you know, because you got to be able to draw the water. And T. And recess it in there. Like so. Okay, now we got that going. It's working. We're not having any issues with water spilling everywhere. So now I'm going to fill the hole in. Leave one square open like that, and then we're going to take this is about the only one that I know of that's actually big enough. It's really weird. We're just going to set that right on it. All right. Yep, let me close this off for a second. do this with one of my other ones. Alright, now we should be able to turn this back on, and hopefully this bad boy will work the way it's supposed to. Yes, so we're not getting any water spills. And you can just simply leave it on. Okay, you can also put ladders up on it, you know. Put a ladder right here, coming down so you can climb up it to be able to work on your windmill. But yeah, that is how you build a windmill. And like I said, you can use other things, you know. If you want it to look beefy, you could use these simple wooden poles. You know, they line up really well for the legs. You know, you can use prison fencing. You know, any number of things. Okay, so I am going to take a quick break. I will be right back, and then I am going to go to our membership world where my spouse has asked me to help out, and we will go from there. Alright, and let me get downstairs because I need to empty it out first. We're going to be putting mannequins up and all kinds of stuff. There we go. That. Oh, yeah, my bow. There's my bow. Okay. What else am I missing? Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I've got my winter weather attire. That's why I got 2 whole rows. Alright, I'm just gonna dump everything into my surplus here. And that way I can sort it out later. Oh, I'll need my hammer though. Alright. So like I said, I'm going to take a real quick break. I'll be right back, and then we'll go from there. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm back. Thank you for being patient. My spouse said she's not able to get into the world. Let me see what's going on. I gotta get G portal opened up here. Well, let's see here. Okay. Well, this may be a very short episode tonight. My world is not up and G portal is not responding. All right. I do want to go to DDD Design Mall. So we'll go there. I've got a few things I need to get. This may be the shortest live stream I've done. Oh boy. Okay, we are in. All right, so I need. Probably. How many mannequins? 3 to each tower? 2 to each tower? 2 to each tower sounds good. Okay. I'll make 10 of these. Yep. Okay, put in my backpack. All right. And then we are needing hunters. Now, I think I'm going to go with this outfit. The Deadeye.
Hey there!
Okay. And I'm going to run out of space. We'll do the assassin. Unfortunately, thing is once we get the server up and running, I'll have to come back to get more uniforms. All right.
Oi! Well,
So if you haven't been in here for a while, there's been some new additions. We have Ramon's rings. And then over
Hello
here
there.
is access to the gym forge, which you used to go to the third floor and then come down for. And then we have the flower shop. Emily Ray's flower shop, which is really pretty. I love this. This is so nice. They did such a good job on this. And then in here, the cooler door is where they have the different flowers. See? And you have flowers like that. I've got them separated by color. Makes it nice. And all of these chests have all of the different types of pots and stuff in it. And I noticed something else that was new. They have a directory down here. Third floor, second floor, first floor. What's in here? Ah, the gold repository. Needs a light though. The guarding gnome. The garden gnome. Oh, look here. Guarded dreams and desires. Totems. Fencing, buckets, plows. Nice. Yeah. Pretty cool. It's over here. Okay. Nice. And then they have some archery sets. Now that's the new things that I've noticed. What is this? If the floor is wet, the server is going to reset. Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Cool. Alright. Well, let's go back to my world. Try the server one last time and see if it'll function. Doesn't look like it. Alright, people. Like I said, this is going to be the shortest live stream that I've done. About 45 minutes worth. My apologies. I really don't have anything else to do, this evening. Like I said, we were going to work on our entry for the winter water contest, and if I can get it back up and running, I'll hop back on, but I'm not going to leave you people hanging and waiting. So at this point, this has been Lucy the Bold. We built the windmill with the water pump that works. And please hit like, please hit subscribe. I'll see you on Sunday in Enshrouded. Thank you very much at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thank you very much. and have a good evening.